This is the HeartSine Samaritan 500p AED defib. New one just received today, and in the box we have the battery pack, which is pad pack. So that actually has the pads and the battery in one unit. It's economically priced. It's got an expiry date of minimum 4 years from now, and it's a really good and efficient way of dealing with the problem of the ongoing running costs of these devices, where you have, in many cases, quite expensive batteries and expensive replacements for CPR capable pads. I'll explain the CPR side of things in a minute, but basically it's all in one unit here, so we can install this into the device in a moment. We've also got a data lead here, which we've ordered so that we can dump the data from the AED should it be used, and that way, in an event, you using the Forward Heart program, you can claim back the cost of a new set of new pad pack. And in the case of a successful event, you can also participate in a scheme where HeartSine will donate a new AED to a nominated recipient. So the unit comes in a case. It's quite a nice case, and the pads are accessible when it's in the case, as are all the control buttons. So you don't need to take it out of the case, but I'll show you. It's one of the smallest and lightest units on the market. Very clear instructions. The pad pack system just slots in there, and we'll get a flashing green light to say it's okay, and I'll show you in a minute how it works. Close the lid, and everything's accessible now, with the pads being accessible here. In the back, we've got a compartment where we can keep things like the download cable, scissor, razor pack, gloves, and so on. And it's a nice feature that comes with it as well. Switch on to test.
Adult patient, call for medical assistance. Remove clothing from patient's chest to expose bare skin. Pull green tab to remove pads.
And on pulling the pads,
peel pads from liner.
You can then follow the instructions, and the display is very good in guiding you.
Apply pads to patient's bare chest, as shown in picture. Press pads firmly to...
And when you are in a situation where, having analysed the patient, the unit suggests that a shock is necessary, you press the shock button there. Warnings for stand clear and so on. It's just really nicely put together, all in one, compact, quite cost effective as well, both in terms of the running costs and actually the cost of the unit itself. Big plus, I think, from our point of view as a British company, is it's made in Belfast. It's a British product. They are shipped and marketed all over the world, but really nice solution, and we're looking forward to being involved in the donation of these, accompanied with when people purchase smots product, will enable them to nominate a recipient for an AED, and more details on that scheme to follow. Just to add a little bit about the CPR capabilities of this unit, when you purchase an AED, many of them nowadays have an extra central pad in the middle, which will go under your hand when you're performing CPR and monitor the compression depth and rate. HeartSine have done this slightly differently, so instead of having that, they just use the two pads and they measure the resistance through the body between the pads, and that gives them a very accurate means of recording both the depth of compression and the rate of compression, and feeding that back to you through information in the display, where it will prompt you to push harder or faster from the unit itself. So that's a nice extra feature that they've added in, which also is reflected in the cost of the replacement pads, because with the battery included, they're still somewhat less than many competitive products with a 4-year life as well.